I'm really trying to figure out what this Paul Heyman situation is because
he a hoe. We been said that, yo. Paul Heyman is a hoe, and we don't know truly where his legacy lies. And I'm a Paul Heyman girl, and I'm saying
you mean
that
his loyalty lies. You said legacy.
Yes, we don't know where his loyalty lies because his legacy shows that he a hoe, and we don't know where his loyalties lie yet. Punk was his guy. And he owed it, like,
so
it was
Brock
a little
Lesnar
too much intimacy there between him and Punk. Like, and Roman still hasn't spoken on it.
Queen PR, Krista B, those wrestling girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women in wrestling. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite girls, those wrestling girls. It's your girl, Krista B.
And Queen PR.
And we are back, and we know it may seem like you haven't seen us in forever. And you're probably right. But we were busy.
Yes. It's been a fun couple weeks.
It's been a fun couple of weeks. I celebrated my birthday.
Happy birthday, girl.
Thank you. I feel my age.
I say happy birthday every until
day,
March is done.
Until Pisces season is over.
Yeah. Then I'm like, okay.
Okay, it's over with, you know. But yes, I celebrated my birthday, and we kicked off my birthday celebration at the Queen of the Ring movie premiere.
We was on the red carpet.
And it was so much fun.
It was fun. It was right uptown, on the Upper West Side, and we were able to do interviews with
Trish and Lita.
Oh.
And if you guys saw, I finally thanked Trish.
You did. I was very proud of you.
First and only time ever in life.
I mean,
like she said, it was about time, but it's better late than never.
Exactly.
So,
and she, oh God, they were so nice.
So nice.
Lita and Trish were so nice. They came over to us wanting to talk to us. Me and Lita have a previous relationship, so it was nice that she was like, hey girl. I was like, oh my God, like this is like really happening. But they were so sweet. And two legends talking to two legends.
Okay, legends meeting legends. I say it all the time.
Yes. So that was cool because they were able to talk about the movie, but then they asked us like who's Trish and who's Lita. Like, so it was really fun. And then we got to talk to the producer of the film. I don't think we got a chance to talk to the director.
No, we did not.
Yes, but we did talk to some of the stars.
We spoke to some of the stars. We spoke to Damaris. We spoke to Emily. We spoke to for Francesca. You know, they played, Francesca played Mae Young. Emily played Mildred Burke, the main character.
Yes.
Damaris played Babs Wingo. We also spoke to the one who played Babs Wingo's sister, not Naomi's character, but I forget the other one name right now.
Damaris?
No,
did you
Damaris
say
played
Damaris?
Babs.
Okay.
Yeah. We spoke to a lot of people. We also spoke to legendary Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze and Jazz. And of course,
we're gonna call her
time,
a future Hall of Famer.
First of all, for real.
Yeah.
Secondly, every time they see us and we see them, it's
All
just like a
love.
reunion. It's never like
so
any
much
lost
love.
time between us. But shout out to Tavia.
Yes.
Tavia put the thing together. She put, she did what she needed to do.
She put that whole thing together.
Put the whole thing together. And thank you for including us.
Yes, we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show the family that we've made over the years with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, they don't forget. And Tavia has always been there for us. So thank you, girl.
Thank you, girl. We love you so
We really
much.
appreciate that. And it was nice, too, to be at such a like high profile event for a movie about a women's wrestler like Mildred Burke. So like we had to ask everyone like, how does it, especially the wrestlers, like, oh, we spoke to Camille.
Yeah, we did speak to Camille. She played June Byers in the
yes,
movie and amazing.
Yeah, she did very well in the movie and she looked beautiful.
Yes,
everyone actually looked really beautiful that night. I could tell all of, especially like the wrestlers were happy to be out and about in New York and like have a night out and stuff. So it was nice to be there for something like that and to tell Mildred Burke's story because it's important. And I really, truly hope that this isn't the last time they do a biopic on a legendary women's wrestler because we just named like 3 or 4 that could easily have a biopic made about them.
And speaking of biopic, I definitely asked Jazz and Alundra who would they want to play them. And Jazz said Keke Palmer.
I love that.
I would love to see
Keke
Palmer get in the ring, lace up some boots, take some bumps, and be like she's Jazz, playing Jazz in the movie. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, she can absolutely do that.
Do you think Keke Palmer should play Jazz, or do you think somebody else should play Jazz? Let us know on the hotline, 929-269-2501. Yes. Let us know on the hotline. Call us up. Let us know what you think. Do you think that Keke Palmer is the right fit to play Jazz, or do you think that somebody else can play Jazz?
Yes, because I am so curious to know. Because I think, especially Alundra Blaze's story, because she's had a very controversial career.
And I love how she just carries her belt around.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's still champion.
Well, she's technically, she's still champion.
She never lost that champion. She might have thrown it in the garbage.
Threw it away, but
that don't mean she lost. She never lost it to anyone. No one pinned her for that championship belt. So I love that she walks around with it. And her floral suit. Oh, my God. Just a moment for that floral suit.
It was so nice.
So cute.
Like, that is something that I will wear.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
That is
I love me a good floral
tailored
I love me a good
suit.
Floral suit. Yes, she killed it. But so how did you like Queen of the Ring film?
I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it. Like,
me too. Very good. Go see it.
Go see Queen of the Ring.
It's out in theaters
now, please. And it's an independent film, so we have to support the independent film business.
And if you've seen it already, buy a ticket for somebody else.
Go see it again. Yes. Run it up.
Exactly. Run it up.
It's such a good, and I think it also ties into what the women are doing now in WWE.
Absolutely,
and everybody's crashing out. But speaking of, before we get into that, Naomi was at the premiere.
Yes, she was.
She didn't speak to nobody.
She did not do interviews.
However, she did notice P and I, and she gave us our love, like hugs and all.
Always love. We love you, Tren.
We love you, Tren. And sis came stylish with the neck brace and the dress.
With the matching dress. Yes. And we talked about Jimmy and that corduroy suit.
Seth and King Troy. Y'all might got some competition.
Because he was rocking that. A lot of other wrestlers were there. We didn't get a chance to talk to.
Deonna Purrazzo was there.
Another friend of the show.
Who else was there? What's her dang one? Sonya Deville.
Yes, Sonya Deville
and her
was
sister
there
wife.
With her lookalike wife.
Her twinsy.
It was a star-studded affair.
It was a star-studded affair. Jim Jones was there.
Jim Jones, West Side Gun, of course.
Prince Nana.
Shout out to Prince Nana.
He got the roll
back. Yes.
So I got to say thank you for that. That was for me because I told him. He told me to enjoy my birthday, and I said, "Please get that roll back for me." He's
Pisces too, right?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
No, he's just from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know there's a common, yes. And I just got to say, every time I am in his orbit, it is like so much love,
it's comforting.
So much support, so warm. Like, so shout out to you, Prince Nana. And we got your back. Always. Like, if you was, I know Swerve was able to do what he got to do for you, but those wrestling girls, we also got your back. Like, no doubt about that. Period. But I did love talking to the producer because she, wasn't like a huge wrestling fan, but she knew that Mildred Burke's story was important to tell.
And it had to be told,
her being a working mom, I can't even imagine how hard it was to be a women's wrestler back then. And then a Black women's wrestler. So seeing their story told and then being a working mom, like, on the road with you back then, like that is unheard of. Because even now it's done, thank God. But it even still feels newish and like revolutionary. And it's like, wait, Mildred Burke was doing it before it was even like
a thing
to do it.
Because like, who would you really leave your baby with? Because God forbid,
right? It was like the Wild Wild West backstage. Back then. So the fact that she was able to do that and still have a really successful career and then inspire all those women as well, I think was really cool. And it was like right for Women's History Month. So that it was released the day before Women's Day. We got to speak to so many powerful women.
We did.
And those wrestling girls, that's what we've always stood for, was like uplifting women in wrestling. So it really was like kismet that we were there. So I love Tavia for inviting us. And we always try to do a little something for Women's Day on the podcast, whether we spotlight women's wrestlers or we do a special event. But I know you're hosting.
I am.
An event in a couple weeks to celebrate Women's History Month.
I am. It's definitely called Take Up Your Spaces brunch and panel. It's going to be some good food, some good vibes. And I'm going to have my better half with me on the panel.
I cannot wait.
Please make sure you go to brushfire.com. Type in Unapologetically Eclectic Presents Take Up Your Spaces brunch and panels. Tickets are still on sale.
Yes.
And tickets are available. Discounted ticket prices y'all missed out on because I kept pushing it. But they're on sale. You know, we have some goodies. We have some things that we're raffling off. I'm just so excited for the gift basket that I'm raffling off because anybody can win it. You know, women, we're going to make a woman leave there feeling really, really good and special. So please make sure that you support me, the other Black women. All these women are very talented business owners, God-fearing women, mothers, you know, everything in between. So please make sure, please go to Unapologetically Eclectic on my Instagram and on Twitter. Click the link in the bio and please purchase your ticket. Save the date, March 29th in Brooklyn. Hope to see you there.
And if you are in Brooklyn, make sure you get a ticket. If you are not local, buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket or you could donate.
Endorse, yes.
Yeah,
endorse a ticket for somebody. You know, everything that we do, everything that we're a part of is because we're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're not millionaires like, oh, I just want to throw a women's brunch. No, this is something that's very near and dear to Krista B's heart and her brand. So support.
And this is the third one. So this is the third annual one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I wasn't even going to do it this year, but God placed it in my heart to do it. And he said, go bigger. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm following. It's hard.
Make sure you support.
Yes.
Make sure you support.
And I have 2 drink sponsors, which is going to be amazing. Cannot wait. But let's get back into wrestling.
Yes.
Because there's a lot to cover.
It really, 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 really is.
It was the best way for me to go into my birthday.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
For sure. So we've been waiting and we've been speculating on the show, probably since we even started the show, on who attacked Jade Cargill. And we know she came back at Elimination Chamber, beat up my girl Naomi, and Bianca has addressed it. Naomi, it's been a whole lot. So now that everything is happening, we're in the mix of it, we still don't have all of the answers. Like I've been telling people, we still have more. I have more questions than I do answers at this point because I still don't think we know the full truth. Where do you stand right now on this controversy?
I don't know why you asking me this.
And how have you been feeling seeing our girls go at it on social media?
I posted this question on our Twitter today because of the fact that it's just so hard to really believe this is exactly what we are getting. You understand? This is exactly. So I posted this question on our Twitter, and probably by the time you listen to this, the question will be over and I can give you the results. However, everybody is picking a side, and I don't understand how they're able to pick a goddamn on side. So I said, there's a lot of discourse about the big 3 and Jade's attack. If you had to pick a side, whose side would it be? Everybody, majority right now is on Team Naomi.
I saw that one. By the time I voted, it was 43% Naomi.
Yes, 42% Naomi, 26% Bianca, and 32% Jade. And we're at 103 votes so far.
Okay.
So it gets 14 hours and 55 minutes left now. Okay. But when we,
curious.
Publish this, it will probably be over. But you can still leave your comments down because we also got some comments on that. But also call the hotline if you want to give us.
We want to hear your hot take on the situation. Call the hotline right now and let us know, because we'll do a whole thing, a whole quick segment next week on how y'all feel about it, because more is gonna come out about the situation. So I want to know what everybody else is thinking. I want to know why it's still kind of even between all 3, whose side people are on. I'm always going to be Team Naomi personally, just because I always feel like she is searching, or it's always something that's out of her grasp, like throughout her entire career.
And that's what she said. So I feel for her.
I agree where she's coming from. Like, she should have won the Divas Championship at some point, and then something happened, and then she was, SmackDown champion. But it was always like when she had the momentum,
they snatched
it from her, or she wasn't prioritized, or someone else was prioritized, or something like that. And us fans were always like, when is it going to be Naomi's turn? When is it going to be Naomi's turn? She had to walk out and bet on herself.
For her to come back and be appreciated.
For her to do her thing and come back and be appreciated. And I love that she's in this storyline now. But everything that she said was true.
It was no lies told.
The fans do turn on her.
Except for the ungrateful bitch part. Because what? Girl, I get it. I understand it. But that's your sister. I can't see myself calling you an ungrateful bitch.
No, but like, I would never push you on like a car.
What I'm saying is like... But what I'm saying is... Even when we have our disagreements and stuff, like, this is a disagreement. Like, I would never sit and call you're my sis. True. Like, I would never sit and call you an ungrateful bitch.
It's true.
I might say, all right, you going a little bit overboard now. Let me take a step back before. Because we've had these conversations. But an ungrateful bitch?
That's a lot.
That's wild.
It's hard for me to believe that Bianca was like that to Naomi out of all people. Which makes me feel like... My theory that I've been saying is I don't think that Bianca is 100% innocent in this situation. I do believe that, maybe I hope that her and Naomi have somehow been working together on this against Jade. That is what I would like to think, because also we have not heard from Jade.
We have not heard. Jade's been coming back and getting lick backs, and that's it.
Right.
We've been hearing from Jade on Twitter.
The
girlies are fighting.
Yes, they are fighting.
And I put out TWG Congregates last night. So check it out, because the girlies are fighting.
They were fighting.
And it's not even just Jade
back and forth. Liv got up in there.
Liv got involved.
Iyo.
Iyo. Like, put them all back in the cage. Put them in a cage or something.
I think
at this point, somebody needs to come out on, make it unsanctioned. I need an unsanctioned. No, I feel like if we get an unsanctioned match between Naomi and Jade, Jade's gonna. It's
gonna be pretty violent. But Naomi, I'm gonna need you to like get some hits in next time. Like, I don't want you running no more. Like, I love you, Jade, but. Oh, true. She's still injured.
But she said once
even
her
if
neck
the brace
healed,
is bedazzled, don't mean she's still not hurt.
Right. She said girl, once the neck is healed, she gone. But okay, I'm tapping. I'm bowing out. I'm not picking a side. Only because I'm cool with all three of them.
Yeah. I mean, they're all family.
But I'm not picking a side. That's like telling somebody to pick your favorite child. In a sense.
That's true.
Although I would definitely
I need to hear more from where Jade is coming from. I also would like to see more video footage. I just feel like there's so much more to this that we are not seeing. So although I am Team Naomi right now, I want to see what else comes out from this.
I still think Bayley is included somewhere.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past her ass either.
I do think Bayley is included somewhere, and I do think that...
oh my God. I kind of like that.
I do think that, because she was trying so hard, like I said before, to get in Bianca's good graces, as automatically Jade gets beat up, and then Bayley's the one replacing her. Like, come on now. Like, that's think crazy. About it. And then because Naomi was trying to mend the fences between Bianca and Bayley, I feel like it's really them too. Like, I really do. I do feel like there was definitely truth to what Naomi said when she said it was her or whatever. But I do feel like Bayley had a part to play in it.
She might have.
I didn't see Bayley since real. We saw her on Monday Night Raw. Was it Monday Night Raw? Yes. We saw her on Monday Night Raw.
She faced somebody.
I forgot who she faced. There was a lot happening. I was there.
Yeah. She faced somebody Monday night. And I would like to see if she does have a shoe-in match for Mania. I want it to be Roxanne. She faced Raquel, yeah. I do want to see her face Roxanne for WrestleMania, but that does not mean that she's not intertwined in the interwebs of that whole feud. What I do like also is that it very much energized the women that are involved in Mania so far. Like Rhea getting into it, Iyo getting into it, because Bianca and Rhea have like heat.
Yeah.
You got Bianca and Iyo for WrestleMania right now. So let's pause for a second and talk about that, because that changed recently.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just knew it was going to be Bianca and Rhea. Rhea lost her title to Iyo. And I love Iyo, but that was shocking. Like I didn't see that happening like so soon. So I'm hoping that means that there's a triple threat.
It has to be a triple threat. There's no way like you mushing Iyo. Iyo
also,
slapping both
highly
of them.
Disrespectful.
How about I was in the garden on Monday.
Mm-hmm. And you felt it.
You felt it. You seen it. It was so electric and so loud and so deafening for when Iyo came out, and then when Rhea came out, you literally could have blew the roof off of Madison Square Garden.
New York loves Rhea.
Yes. So for all of that to culminate, and then it's just like Rhea's throwing more salt on the wound that's trying to heal when she's bringing up Jade and Naomi. Iyo trying to calm the situation down, and they doing what Charlotte did to Bianca in NXT when she put the hand or whatever the case would be like that, and Iyo slapping dog piss out of them.
As she
slapped tears off of off of Bianca's suit. She said it that hard. Like she slapped the teardrop or whatever. So, and we all want to see, really everybody and their mother and grandkids and aunties and uncles want Bianca versus Rhea. Yeah. And if we have to get that at WrestleMania and a triple threat, but so be it, because we know we're going to get that singles one-on-one really soon.
I mean, that might be SummerSlam.
Girl, get out my head. Get out my head.
I'm here for that. I'm here for a triple threat. Io's the first one to hold both of the new women's championships, which is very interesting. Because those are new titles, and she's already held both of them. Are you an Iyo fan?
Iyo's cool.
Okay.
It was cool.
Like, she's not one of my, like, faves, but I'm not mad at what she's been doing.
But
I'm like, okay, I get it.
How she's still, like, surviving but also without damage control.
Yeah, I agree.
Is it still damage control when it's only her and Dakota Kai?
I know. I know.
Let's be real.
I miss you, Asuka and Kairi Sane. I know y'all hurt. But
I need Asuka to come back. Asuka been hurt.
Yeah,
hey,
I can't wait for that
Tony
music.
Wrestling, baby. You know you be calling people PTO out. Call out Oscars for us, please.
I need to know.
It's about time.
Where you at when you're coming back?
You tweeting too much, baby. Oscar, you tweeting too much, baby. Like,
we are
back now.
ready for you to come back. But yeah, triple threat for Mania for that title. I'm all the way here for it.
We're gonna get 2 triple threats at Mania.
What's the other one?
Punk Roman and
I want that so badly. I want that so bad. Like,
when
that
he came through that crowd
match might be my most anticipated. Like, if that's the match, because I'm already hyped for Seth and Punk. I was hoping that they didn't touch before Mania, but they had the cage match at the Garden. You got to do it big for the Garden. I get it. But Roman coming out was like, okay. Let's do it. A lot of people were mad. I shouldn't say a lot of people, because what happens on the internet is literally like 5% of the wrestling fan base. Just please remember that. But people were saying that the match was going really well.
It was, and
they felt like Roman coming out kind of like ruined the match.
It just shows you who are the new wrestling fans that don't follow wrestling. Compared to,
I mean, it was a good match, but we all knew Roman needed to come back at some point.
This is how y'all know something gonna happen. When y'all look at the time and the time ain't there to the way it's supposed to end at, you know something gonna happen. You know something gonna happen. But I'm just really confused. I'm really trying to figure out what this Paul Heyman situation is, because
he a hoe. We been said that, yo. Paul Heyman is a hoe, and we don't know truly where his legacy lies. And I'm a Paul Heyman girl, and I'm saying that
his loyalty lies. You said legacy.
Yes, we don't know where his loyalty lies, because his legacy shows that he a hoe, and we don't know where his loyalties lie yet. Punk was his guy, and he owed it. Like, so it was a little too much intimacy there between him and Punk. Like, and Roman still hasn't spoken on it. He hasn't addressed Paul yet on that behavior.
Because Roman's going to wait till SmackDown. Roman's usually on SmackDown.
Let's do it.
He came out on Monday Night Raw because why would you not come out at Madison Square
Exactly.
Garden? The people in Barcelona ain't going to pop. Oh, my bad. Ain't going to pop the way that MSG popped.
Hell yeah.
I'm not saying that they won't pop, but it's going to be different.
Yeah.
It's going to be different. But back to these women, I just have to throw that
but I'm very much here for that.
I'm here for that.
How are you feeling about Tiffany and Charlotte's road to WrestleMania so far? Because that's the other. Because we talked about how hot some of the women, like the feuds and stuff, are right now. But then it's like I look at the other title that Tiffany's holding, and you know she is against Charlotte, but it doesn't have as much fire as the other feuds in the women's division.
I feel like. Well, I already wanted Tiffany and Charlotte.
Yes,
I already been saying that. So that's how I feel about that. But I also feel like it's also kind of good that this is not getting as much fire as the other ones because it's like once you always put Charlotte into something, she overcast everybody else. So now it's just like, all right, you could take the back burner a little bit. Like, we're going to give you your shine. We're going to give you your play. We're going to give you the crown, you know, your throne to sit on. But you can take a little backseat to the women that are actually doing it right now. The Bianca, Jade, Naomi, Rhea, Iyo. Like, you can take a little bit of a backseat. But I'm loving the build-up between Tiffany and Charlotte. Although, you know, Charlotte over here doing sneak attacks and stuff and whatnot. I'm like, ma'am, since when this was... I mean, I know your dad, the dirtiest player in the game, and he a Pisces, so shout out to him. But, You don't gotta do all that all the time. Like, come up front, come correct, daughter. And
I like. There's a part of me that's like, I wish there was like more to it. I mean, obviously, we still have a few, like 4 weeks,
5 weeks,
until Mania, that things could like get more exciting between them. But I was saying the same thing with Rhea and Charlotte a couple years ago, and they didn't have a lot of story or whatever or TV time for their feud. But then. When it came to Mania, they put on like a 6-star match.
Yo, that Mania
So I'm
match
like, you know, maybe
crazy.
because she's Charlotte Flair, maybe there doesn't need to be all that hoopla.
Yeah.
Like Tiffany, honestly, Tiffany, this is probably going to be like the biggest match of your career. So like, if anything, bring it. Like, come to Mania. Be ready to bring it because Charlotte knows how to arrive to these big matches and she knows how to. She's gonna bring it.
I wonder how she's gonna arrive.
I hope you do. I know, right?
First was a helicopter. Like I want to know how
she be on
arrive.
Like yachts and stuff
on
now.
A horse and carriage.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Would that be like a animal violation though?
I mean, she's royalty, so.
Right, but you also got to go by wrestling standards in certain states.
So hopefully, you know, I mean, it's Vegas.
They have had horse and carriages before, so
yeah,
maybe
Vegas is one of those
queen.
Places that like anything.
Horses and
anything
chariots
can happen. So who knows?
Speaking of
what's Bianca's entrance gonna be? Because you know she got the pressure that she is under just because of how much she's topped herself with her WrestleMania entrances. That's tough.
I should ask her. Maybe we can introduce her at WrestleMania.
I mean, that's different. It's just different. As iconic as anything else she's done.
That's a fact. Those wrestling girls introducing Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
I mean, HBCU band. You had the girls. TWG is just
TWG is the next step. Why not?
Oh, the Big 3 entrance last year was dope.
Oh, that Big 3 entrance
that was really
dope as hell.
So I mean, follow that up with TWG introducing you, and then we good.
I mean, we all come out matching in the sense. Like she can make our jackets.
I got cute hat. Yeah, like I'm here for like all of that.
Me too.
It's just a recommend. Like it's just a suggestion, Bianca. Like no pressure, but we are available.
Pressure. Okay, girl. Pressure. Okay. Thanks.
Do we have any other women's matches at Mania? So we're hoping for Bayley and Roxanne. Which makes most sense. I would like to see the secondary titles get a match.
I like the tag team titles. But who would they go against? That's my thing.
Yeah.
Who would they go against? And then you also got Chelsea Green.
Yep.
And Lyra Valkyria.
Yep. What happens to those titles?
Well, Raquel has a match now against Lyra because she beat Bayley. So that was a contenders match.
Okay, so
maybe Raquel will be a 2-time champ. I mean, a 2-belt holder or whatever. Who knows?
Sorry.
Unless Becky comes back.
The IC title going from one mid champion to another mid.
I mean, it is a mid-card title.
Like, okay, but you said it yourself. The IC title was never, as much as it was a mid-card title, it was never mid.
It wasn't.
And here it's like, what are we doing? Like, Dakota all right, I'm trying to be like nice. But I do feel like that title deserves better star power or more star power.
That's why Becky needs to come back. Getting.
Becky coming back would be great. You have not held that title yet. So make that happen. That's why I was hoping Bayley was in the
Now my thing is that, right, once these new titles are added, are they still not considered Grand Slam champions?
I think it's like that new, like, you know how the Miz is a 2-time Grand Slam because of all the new titles? I think it's going to be like that.
So they still Grand Slam champions.
They're still Grand Slam champions, and then with the new ones, they'll be like 2-time Grand Slam champions. So
we
Bayley
need Bianca
racked
to be a
them
Grand
up.
Slam champion.
Yeah.
She's never, I don't think she's held the NXT women's title.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh my God, girl.
I don't think so.
Okay, after
remember, Becky never held it until she went back.
That's true. That is absolutely true. And it also goes to show, like, how big stars become on the main roster. And you're like, wait, they never won the NXT championship? Like, oh, shit. So Bianca might, in a couple years, might need to go back.
Go back to NXT.
And have a little run and hold that championship because it's time. Speaking of NXT, we were at RoadBlock this week at MSG, the theater. So I haven't been to the theater in Madison Square Garden since my grandmother used to take me to musicals and plays there when I was a kid. Like, me and Latrice was like, I recognize this there. My sister Letty was like, oh, I recognize this staircase. I recognize this. And it's perfect for NXT. One, because
there was no bad seat.
There's no bad seat in the theater. 2, NXT superstars get to say they've performed in Madison Square Garden, which is a huge accomplishment as a performer. And it was just like the intimacy of the theater is like what I like about NXT shows. Like like you said, no bad seat. The crowd, every single person in the crowd is all in because they're all NXT diehard fans. So it's a totally different energy than like Monday Night Raw, in my opinion. So
no, I agree. And
it was great.
The fact that we were there and we got to see the Hardy Boys like fight together. Because we've seen Jeff. So we've never seen the Hardy Boys fight together. And the fact that they opened.
That was perfect.
They opened. That was such a good match.
And that's like why like Letty wanted to go in the first place. And then the fact that they opened. It was just like, oh my God.
That was such a great match.
Loved it.
We got to
definitely a highlight.
We got to see Mickie James and the LFG crew.
They were filming LFG.
Yep, we're not gonna spoil anything.
No, I see. Like, you was right because I already don't remember.
Okay,
yeah, because we may or may not have watched the finale being filmed. But it makes sense for the finale of this show to be them performing in Madison Square Garden. So like, that's dope for the 4 finalists. That is a huge accomplishment. But LFG is cute. If you don't want to, like, you know, catch up on it, I will watch it. If you like Tough Enough, it's like, I think it's a mix between like Tough Enough and The Voice, where like different legends come in and like teach you how to, like, I think Punk is on this week to teach them how to do like a promo and like all that kind of stuff.
And we know how Punk promos go.
Exactly.
So we here for it. Okay?
Gonna keep it real. How do you feel about the news that Michelle McCool is going to be replacing Mickie James in season 2?
I know it's going to be some rivalry in that household.
Like,
I know that much. Because he was already upset she was there.
Right.
Helping Mickie.
Right, exactly.
To be honest, I just feel like, you know, shit happens. You know, like maybe Mickie wanted to step back and, you know.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, like she has a small child. And maybe
I really hope it wasn't one of those where Undertaker was like, I want my wife in it, or, you know. And I'm more upset, and I shouldn't even say upset, that's a strong word, but I'm more like, if Michelle McCool wanted to get involved, and let's say Mickie James still wanted to be involved, why there couldn't just be 2 women judges?
Yeah.
Like, if there was a thing where it was like, okay, one or the other, that would suck. Because I'm just like, do you know how much you can learn from a legend like Mickie James, whether you're male or female? Like,
True.
You know, and, you know, I call it my blind spot with wrestling when it comes to Michelle McCool. Like, I was not watching at all when she was a part of it, so I don't get the hype, to be honest with you.
Maybe we need to go back and watch. I mean, I wasn't watching either.
I see, you know, what she's done, and, you know, obviously she's athletic, and what she did with Late Cool was amazing, and but when it comes to, like, if I wanted a legend to learn from, I'm choosing Mickie James.
No, for sure.
Personally. And I don't want it to think like it's, you know, favoritism because she's Undertaker's wife, and like, and even her getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, I was tad bit confused. Just because I think when we talk about Jazz or even Mickie James, like there are other women I think that are more deserving.
I mean, that's honest.
Of her Hall of Fame spot. I do hear a lot that she fought a lot for the women, but I have always said that about the Divas era. Like, it gets a bad rap because people don't know how much they fought backstage to do more. So it's like real wrestling fans punish these women for being in the Divas era because they didn't do a lot. But y'all don't know how much more they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or were like punished for doing more or held back or, you know, their match time getting cut, their TV time getting cut right before they go out.
WrestleMania matches.
You know what I mean?
Cut.
Right. Like literally they're told right before they come out sometimes in that era, like, oh, actually you actually just have 5 minutes. And it's like, okay, so now they have to figure out what stories they're gonna tell in 5 minutes, and then 10 years later you have people bashing them for like what they did. So like I don't want to be that person either. But saying all that to say, I love you, Mickie. I love your coaching style. She's hard, but she's like fair. Because then you got like Bully Ray, who's like a bully. Anyone that watches LFG, put it in the comments. I need some feedback on how y'all feel about the different judging styles too. Like you could tell Booker T has a school because how he is just with them. Like you know when someone's just used to like teaching, I guess, or having wrestling students. Booker T's really patient in that way. Undertaker's the Undertaker. Shut your ass up and listen to exactly what he says to you. Like
I saw the commercial when the girl asked if she could use one of his moves. He was like, "This is your second week here. You're already asking me to use my finisher."
Girl,
like I get it in a sense of like you want to do something that's fantastic and phenomenal, but at the same time, and the wrestling business is so hard because it's like, how is the right way to go about things? Like either you're too proactive or it's like, oh, you don't care enough. Or, you know, it's so hard to like navigate the right way to go about things. It's really like a hard business, which I think also makes LFG really interesting. It's never an in-between of like, you know, oh yeah, I can help you this way, I can help you that way or whatever. But, you know, we got to see that at NXT. We saw Roxanne fighting against, I don't even know who she was fighting against.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan won.
That was a good match. I think everyone expected that to be a good match. Shout out to also Roxanne being on NXT and Raw.
Well, we don't know. Somebody was like, damn, Roxanne just went back to NXT because we didn't really see her on Raw. She didn't come out Monday.
Interesting.
She did not come out on Monday.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if she's gonna do more with Bayley or if she is just back in NXT.
Yeah, I don't know. And shout out to I forgot to say earlier. Shout out to Netflix for the invite to Monday Night Raw.
Oh yes,
I should have gotten there a little bit early because I'm missing all the picture opportunities I forgot to take. But I had a
red
headache.
Carpet and bodega.
Yeah, I had a headache
all of that
so
stuff.
bad. So shout out to Netflix. Thank you for the invite.
Yes.
The next time we will both be there. And we will both be taking pictures on the red carpet.
Yes.
But I did get to see a lot of cool people.
I love the element that Netflix brings
so
to
dope.
everything.
Yeah.
It just brings a whole different like vibe.
It was so dope. So I really do appreciate that invite.
And the celebrities too. Like Peppermint was there. Like what? Like I was like, wait, is that? Like okay, all right. More drag queens at Raw, please. Thank you.
At wrestling in general.
Yes. Bring them all. And it looked like she had an amazing time.
A lot of people was there. Amanda Serrano was there.
Yes.
The boxer. Fabulous was there, of course. You had Macaulay Culkin, which got a huge pop.
Always.
Huge pop. You had Andrew Schultz, who surprisingly became a heel than babyface in 2.5 seconds because of Logan Paul.
It's like, who do we hate more? I don't know which one of those
Clearly
white men I hate more. Me personally, I'm like...
No, I'm talking about for everybody overall in New York.
Yeah. Definitely Logan. Definitely Logan.
We had Kev on stage there, and him and Xavier Woods had got into it. And in my section, if you guys watch Wildin' Out, Big Mac was there in my section. He's a huge fan.
I love that.
He ended up going backstage NXT and taking a picture with Ricky Saints.
Oh, nice. Oh, shout out to Ricky Saints.
Yes, New York loves him. He tweeted it out. Like, I love New York.
So he
and New
was
York loves
in
you back.
Austin. I think he might live there. I think he might live in Austin. So I was able to go to South by Southwest.
Yes, how was that?
It was amazing. So I love Austin, first of all, because it's just such a fun city. It's like a mix between Nashville, like the downtown area, like Nashville, Manhattan, and like Vegas, all mixed in one.
Only been to one out of them three
because
places
it's all implants. So, like, if you go downtown, like, the bar that we went to, shout out to Cam Seahawk on Twitter, because he's from Austin, and I forget that. Like, I knew he was from Texas. He was like, I can't believe y'all came to Austin. Y'all were coming to Austin and didn't say nothing. I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't even think about it, but he showed us around town. He brought us a couple spots, and the DJs were from New York.
Period.
Like, they were, I was
the
just
party
like,
was lit,
yes.
man.
I was like, oh, keep playing that New York hip hop. And he said, of course, I'm from Queens. I said, oh, okay. Well, I'm from the Bronx, so we already was here. Awesome, fantastic city. The food was great. But I want to congratulate Candace Cordelia from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, because she wanted to do a panel about wrestling and fashion. And she wanted to put a spotlight on sort of the, King Troy is very popular now because he styles Seth, and it's just like phenomenal, and you can't help but like notice.
King Troy, another one who has to style me. Like Bianca and King Troy, if they came together.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Just know I said it here first.
One of the best stylists like ever.
And
like
he's also from Queens.
His work just like gives me life.
Exudes greatness.
It really does. And it makes you feel, because I used to want to be a stylist back in my day. And turned a few places.
Oh my gosh! What if you styled the both of us, girl?
I
mean,
love it.
Technically, P does style me for Wale Mania, but what I'm saying is, we need to up it a little bit.
I would love that. I style my boyfriend all the time. Like, I love it. And he's like so down for it. He's just like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, I got you. But like King Troy's work like makes you feel something. Like, it's not just like he threw this on, he threw that on. Like, anytime stuff comes out, like, you feel like you're like, okay, this is a look. Like, this was like curated from head to toe, and then Steph's charisma, of course, adds to it. But Candace wanted to put a spotlight on people like Troy and Makazi Sarath, who still works for WWE and does almost everyone's gear. The Usos, New Day, Raquel, like literally everyone's
he's the one that
gear.
got her looking like a... Never mind. Continue.
I mean, it's a look, right?
It's a look.
And Yolanda, who we were able to give her flowers, because she's been in the game for a very long time, and she designed Cody Rhodes' look for Mania in LA.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
And she, I was working with them and helping Candace do like the social media and all the like media stuff for it or whatever. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of that. And I was able to go through all three of their like histories, and I was like, wow, like they've done a lot. Like, before Troy even came to wrestling, he's worked with Nene Leakes. Of course, I can't think of all the celebrities that he's worked with at the top of my head, but he be out here working. But his passion is wrestling. So the fact that he was able to add it to wrestling, and then hearing all three of their stories was so cool. And the turnout was great, because everyone that was at the panel knew exactly why they were there. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm just walking around South by Southwest, let me like sit in on this. Like, it was people that were like, no, I'm here to talk to Troy. Like, I'm here for them. Like, I love their work. Great questions. Like, all in all, like a really, really good panel. So I'm very proud of Candace for making that happen, because she had applied for it for Comic-Con, and they denied the panel request, which is really odd, because I'm like, yeah, I know 20% of the people cosplaying at Comic-Con are wrestlers, right? But whatever. So hopefully Candace wants to take this panel on a world tour. So we'll definitely be doing more of that. And also, like, the three of them being sort of like in the background, like, like costume designers are kind of like, like gear makers. Like, you don't hear about them a lot, but Candace wanted to put a spotlight on them. So I'm glad that we were like able to hear their stories. So it was an honor to be a part of. And thank you, Cam, for showing us around downtown Austin.
Cam. I'll train her better next time.
Yes, I will definitely, because I knew Texas, but I didn't know Austin particularly. So it was really cool to see them. So yeah, it was a great experience. Another reason why we were like so busy the last couple
that was also my birthday. My birthday
Yeah.
weekend was the busiest
It really was.
ever, and
It really was. And I do want to shout out Brian for coming along and also helping with just like the tech and the media and stuff like that. Learning a lot from you. So hopefully, we could just do more cool shit.
Yep, absolutely.
More cool shit.
So,
for NXT, so we were in the building. We didn't get to talk about the main event. Julia and Stephanie, title for title.
Such a good match.
Winner takes all. That match slapped.
Slapped hard. And I was like, yo, and I definitely said, if the wrong person wins tonight, they're gonna be booing out the building.
But at that point, who's the wrong person?
Everybody was chanting for Stephanie.
Oh, really? Okay, because I would have been okay with Julia winning too.
Me too. I would have been okay with both, but the way everyone, there was a point where everybody was just like, Stephanie. There was no Julia chant.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If Julia would have won, child, this would be a whole other different conversation right now. But that main event, these ladies came, ate, left no crumbs.
No crumbs.
Came back for seconds, ate again, and still left no crumbs.
And I know I talk a lot about, each of their star power, but they both have it. I don't know what it is. They just have it. It's one of those things where it's yes, okay, yeah, they may not have been in the company long, and they already, are in such a high position, but they got it.
Yeah.
Yes, they are in that position for a reason. So I hope that, I know NXT is going to be doing something during Mania week, but I want to see more from them. I don't want to see, how I feel about double champions in the women's division. I don't want to see Stephanie hold on to both of them for a long time. I want to see active matches and feuds.
Well, wait, talking about you don't like double champions in the women's division, but you was okay with our tribal chief?
No,
champion, and then
I've been was he needs to drop one of those.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay.
I was just I just
wanted to clarify because you said in the women's division you was okay.
Oh
with
no,
okay.
I am just because it's the women already don't get a lot. All of them don't get a lot of shine. So it's if you put two of the belts on one person, then it's
okay. No, I just want to clarify. But speaking of shine, we got to talk about the little segment between Jada Parker and Mickie James.
Ooh,
Mickie James gave her
that cosign.
Okay, got that cosign. Also, Undertaker Obafemi. A cosign from two of the greatest. And you're only in NXT, aka will start off as a developmental.
Yep. And Jada hasn't even held gold yet.
Nope.
At least we could say Obafemi. Oh, that was also a really good match. Obafemi is NXT champion, and Jada is getting that cosign. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, love it. The Oba and the Oba match was great because I refuse to say
the Oba match was great because of how it ended.
It was great all around, to be honest. It was great all around.
Yeah.
I was not here for his opponent.
I was hoping that person would never be.
I hope the other person don't come because I will walk out.
I don't think she. See, the thing with Obafemi's opponent, in my opinion, is that because we're in a particular part of the IWC, we are familiar with why he's not ideal. I'm gonna try to keep it nice. But everybody knows that Tessa is the worst. So hopefully WWE doesn't even go there. Don't even go there.
Don't go there.
It's bad enough she's heavily featured in TNA. Just don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there at all. Please
We're good with that.
Because we will definitely. Y'all think Target losing out on money? Watch what WWE do.
Yeah.
If y'all think, okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you get she's a racist chance, come on.
And we're coming for
Why would you bring that? Y'all know she couldn't dare come out in MSG.
Oh, yeah, no.
Or Barclay.
Somebody would have jumped the barricade.
Oh my God, that would have been so bad.
Somebody would have definitely jumped the barricade.
That would have been.
They think Seth Rollins being attacked was bad. Watch.
That really happened. I feel I've been talking a lot about that recently. I don't know why, but that's been coming up a lot at that time because we were there and we were what's going on?
Happening? Is this for real?
Who did everyone think it was? I think everybody thought it was Bobby or someone. Someone was and then it was oh wait, that's a fan.
And that's when we first saw King Troy because King Troy
was ready for the smoke.
He was ready for
He was oh, that's my boy. We don't play that. You in New York, what's up?
And they tried to arrest King Troy. He was
I'm the stylist that was ready for war, as he should have been. Oh, some quick tea. So, This is random, but I am happy that Miro and CJ Perry renewed their wedding vows after taking, I think, a year or so a break from each other, which is like, that's natural. Like, I always felt like they would get back together. I love them as a couple. I'm happy that they were able to take some time apart, and now they came back together and renewed their vows. So congratulations to you guys. The other tea, did you see what Becky Lynch tweeted about Punk and Roxanne Perez?
Yes, it was like a tweet and delete, right?
It was a tweet and delete.
I think we spoke about it on Thirsty Thursday.
Yes, and that makes it even more spicy because Becky does not delete her tweets.
She doesn't.
She's if it's for the storyline or something, she's gonna keep it up. But the fact that she deleted it says a lot. And then the two, Roxanne and Cora Jade, unfollowed her on socials after that. Because also, like, why would you say something like that? Wow. But also, is there truth? Like, the wrestling world is messy.
But I feel like the tweet came out after CM Punk mentioned Becky on TV.
Yeah, but he was just like, come get your husband. She basically accused him of, like, sleeping with these two little girls.
That's rape.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is rape. I mean, not really rape,
it's
but,
just,
you know,
this is why it's creepy to me. They call him and AJ Lee mom and dad. So then for you to be like, oh, he's sleeping with them, it's just like,
not incest ain't best.
Because even if it's not true, it's like, why would you put that out there, like that energy around it? But then again, Becky knows how to. But again, I don't put nothing past nobody, especially in the wrestling business.
But Becky knows how to, like, stir up a crowd. Remember the feud between her and Ronda Rousey?
Yeah,
she kept saying,
and
"Hey, Ronnie,"
and she stood on everything.
Yeah,
that's what makes me like, why you deleted that? Why they unfollowed you?
That's true.
Also, when you coming back?
Okay, like, girl, stop playing with me. All right, but let's end this on a good note.
Yes, absolutely.
Congratulations to Natty.
Yes.
She is finally releasing a book.
I cannot wait.
So it's
already a #1 bestseller.
It's already, pre-orders are available now. It officially comes out in October.
Yes.
And we finally get to know who Natty really is.
So please pre-order that book.
I cannot wait. Like, Natty, can you please send us autographed copies?
We would love some advanced copies. We would love to talk to you on the show. Very excited about that. We'll definitely need to be bringing back
you about to bring back
book
TWG
club.
Book Club?
I really do, because we still got to do Becky's book. Saraya's book is coming out in a couple weeks. Helen Boots. And then we got Natty's book coming out in October. So that's a good lineup. That's a really good lineup. I met some of our day ones in Bella Book Club, so I'm sure it'll be the same. Shout out to Rakarsha and Mike and Eva and rest in peace, Candy. We love you, girl.
Yes, girl.
But yeah, that was the OG TWG crew. So I think it is time to bring back the book club.
Yeah.
If you are going to be in Vegas, let us know, because we, God willing, will be there as well. But we do want to host a little something, hopefully, in our town for SummerSlam.
So please stay tuned. And we might have some exclusive merch. Sorry for the glitch. I'm sorry. Exclusive merch. If not for WrestleMania, definitely for SummerSlam. So please be on the lookout for that as well.
Yes.
So on that note, please make sure you follow Revolt Podcast Network, because they are the lovely people bringing you the Those Wrestling Girls podcast. Please make sure you follow Queen PR and myself on every streaming platform. Make sure you follow Those Wrestling Girls everywhere. And please make sure you support my event, Unapologetically Eclectic presents Take Up Your Spaces Brunch and Panel. Tickets are available now. Please go click the link. And on that note, it's your girl Krista B
and Queen PR,
and we're out of here till next time. Bye.
Those Wrestling Girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women and wrestling. Let's go.